Hey, YouTube subbies. I'm coming to you today because I have been inspired to do a tag video. I've never done one before, but I decided it was a very easy one to do. And I was inspired by one of the people that I subscribe to by the name of S. Hutchinson. Hey, girl, how are you? I know that she was inspired to do this video from another person that's on YouTube by the name of Sean Sandridge. So let's get to it. This is a childhood tag video, so let's begin. My name's Tina. I use the tag name online as Trey's mom, but my real name is Tina. And where did I grow up was the first question. I grew up in a town called, or actually a city called, New Haven, Connecticut, home of Yale University and quite a few other places that are iconic in American iconic places. I grew up in New Haven, Connecticut. Really fun town. Lots of friends, lots of little neighborhoods. The second question, was I a good kid? I think I was a good kid. I didn't get too many whoopings. For the most part, we grew up in church. Kojic specifically. So if any of you guys out there went to a Kojic church, Church of God in Christ church, you understand you had no other business being, bad if you could help it. But I think for the most part, we were pretty strict and there really wasn't much that I could do. So I had to try to be a good kid. The third question, worst punishment. I think worst punishment I ever received, and probably someone probably could have called DCF on my mother. But an extension cord, yes, any extension cord, whether that be the iron or whatever, that was the worst punishment. It didn't happen that often, but yes, it did happen. Maybe it's a Kojic thing. Question number 4, summer months. What did I do during the summer? Well, the typical stuff that you do. You hang out in your neighborhood, and of course you had to get home before the lights came on, the street lights came on. But we did everything from roller skating, doing skateboards, building our own bicycles, going down Suicide Lane at the park. We didn't do a lot of crazy stuff, but we had a good time. I even actually jumped on old dirty mattresses and learned how to flip. So yeah, I kind of had a good time with it, even though now as an adult I'm like, oh my God, what was on that bed? Let's see. The 5th question, I think it is, best childhood memory. I think just being with my siblings. I grew up in a household of 7, and I had mostly sisters and 2 brothers, and we had our ups and downs, but we had a good time with each other, having tea party with water and crackers. And sometimes if we wanted a little bit more exciting tea, we couldn't actually have tea, but we put a now and later inside the water to kind of flavor it. So yeah, we was real poor. The 7th question, what was my favorite toy? I'd have to say I had 2 favorite toys. The first one was this Tiffany doll, and basically it was a doll that had a scalp that could turn, and you could make her a brunette or a blonde. And I've just loved braiding her hair, making the blonde and the brunette go together in a braid. The second toy that I loved, I don't even know why, I was fascinated with ice skating as a kid, and I had a Dorothy Hamill doll. And I used to take her by her little bobbed hair and pull some up and twist her around so that I could mimic her actually skating. But it was one of my favorite toys. Let's see, the 8th question, my favorite show. I think growing up, little kid growing up, our favorite show was a show that no longer comes on. It was The Muppet Show. And basically it was a whole bunch of Muppets, that somebody, I guess, was working underneath the table, and they had storylines, and it was just so much fun, and it was very kid friendly. It was no adult content. We had to watch Hee Haw to get some adult we had to watch Hee Haw to get, something on the adult level, but we were very sheltered and shielded from things as a kid, not like today's kids. My 9th question, I guess it was a favorite game. I'm going to have to say probably favorite game was, I know exactly what it was, but nobody plays it anymore. Chinese checkers. Chinese checkers, it had the little marbles, and it had like star type wings that came out, and you had to get all the marbles to one side, and we'd always end up losing half the marbles. But that was one of my favorite games. Chinese checkers. I think they call it Chinese checkers. The 10th question, actually the ninth question, I know I'm repeating myself. So, was I bullied as a kid? Yes, I was bullied because I was super duper tall and very, very skinny. And I would cry at the drop of a hat. I mean, if you looked at me the wrong way, I would cry. But I'm not that chick anymore. I hold my own. The last question was, do I stay in contact with my childhood friends? And I have to say, regrettably, that I don't. Most of my childhood friends probably have moved out of the state. It seems that Georgia became the mecca for all black people, so everybody moved away. And there was one girl that she was my best friend, and I still think fondly of her today. Her name was, or is, LaJune McCauley, and she was my next door neighbor. And we just kind of like hung out, and we would slip each other letters in each other's mailboxes and little toys and gifts. And I always remember that. It was one of my first true first relationships with a friend that I felt very happy to have. And that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed my little tag video of what was your childhood like. I think now in hindsight, I mean, I just turned 49, and as bad as it could have been worse. I was born in 67, so things were different then. And I'm proud to still be here and, still be able to reminisce on it. So I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.